Feel like your money should be doing, well, more? Like there's some secret language to building wealth that you're just not in on? Well, today, we're going to crack that code. We are going to unlock the power behind how money actually grows, using just a few key formulas as our guide. So, let's dive right in.
This is the big question, right? It's not just about earning a paycheck. It's about making the money you already have earn even more for you, even when you're sleeping. That's the real goal, to turn your savings into a powerful engine for your future.
And here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the snowball effect. That's compound interest. Then we'll learn how to work backwards from our biggest goals. We'll figure out how to make true apples-to-apples comparisons between accounts, look at the frequency factor, and finally, wrap it all up in your brand new financial toolkit. Okay, first up, the absolute cornerstone of building wealth. We're talking about compound interest, which is basically the financial version of a snowball rolling downhill. It starts out small, but man, does it pick up momentum fast.
So what is it exactly? It sounds complicated, but it's really not. You earn interest on your initial investment, your principal. Simple enough. But then you start earning interest on that interest. It's this incredible feedback loop where your money literally starts generating its own money. There's a reason this quote is so famous. It just perfectly captures the two sides of this whole thing. If you understand it, you're in the driver's seat. You get to earn it. But if you ignore it, well, you're probably paying it to someone else on a car loan or credit card. Today, we're learning to earn it.
Okay, let's make this real. This formula might look a little intimidating, but I promise it's pretty straightforward when you break it down. You've got your principal, P. That's our $4,000 starting point. The rate, R, is 3%. Now here's a key detail. N is how many times it's compounded per year. Semi-annually just means twice a year. And over T, or 4 years, that initial investment balloons to over $4,500.
And boom, there it is. That's the result of that snowball effect. Over $500 earned. Not from adding more money, but just by letting your initial investment do the heavy lifting for you. That is the magic. Right there in action.
Okay, so knowing how your money can grow is fantastic. But what if you have a specific target in mind? This is where we flip the script and learn to work backwards from the future we want.
This is where financial planning gets really personal and powerful. You know exactly where you want to end up with that $10,000 goal in hand. The real question is, what do you need to do today to make sure that happens?
And this is the beauty of the present value formula. It takes your future goal, what we call A, and it tells you what principal P you need to invest right now. So to hit that $10,000 mark in just 3 years with an account earning a solid 8%, you'd need to start with just a little over $7,900 today. See? It turns a big, kind of scary goal into a concrete, totally achievable starting point.
All right, so you know how to grow your money, and you know how to plan for a specific goal. But when you're actually out there looking at different savings accounts or investments, how do you know which one is truly the best deal? Because let me tell you, those advertised rates can be deceiving. So take a look at this puzzle. Account A has a slightly lower interest rate, but it compounds more often, every month. Account B, on the other hand, has a slightly higher rate, but it only compounds once a year. At first glance, it is not obvious which one is better.
And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We need a way to cut through all the marketing noise and make a real, true apples-to-apples comparison.
And the tool for that, your secret weapon, is the effective annual yield, or EAY. What this formula does is calculate the true return on your investment by factoring in the power of compounding. So for account A, that monthly compounding actually pushes its real yield up to 2.23%. And just like that, it's the clear winner. This proves you have to look beyond the sticker price to the effective yield. This brings us to a really important little detail, the frequency of compounding. We just saw monthly beat annual. You might be wondering, though, why does this even matter so much? Well, a lot of the time, more frequent compounding is used as a marketing tool, right, to make an account look more attractive. And that's exactly why understanding its real impact is so critical. Let's just look at the raw data. If you take $10,000 and let it compound monthly for 7 years, it grows to $10,913. Not bad. But look at continuous compounding. That's the theoretical max. It earns you just a little bit more.
Now, that difference might look pretty small on a chart, but a couple of things are true here. First, hey, more money is more money. And second, over longer time horizons and with larger amounts of money, these tiny differences can really add up. So yeah, the frequency factor is a detail worth paying attention to. So we have covered a lot of ground. We've seen how money grows on its own, how to plan for the future, and how to intelligently compare our options. Now let's put these powerful ideas together into a simple, practical toolkit you can use.
And here it is, your 3 core tools. First, you use the compound interest formula to see where you're headed, to project your future growth. Second, you use the present value formula to set a clear starting point for a big goal. And third, you use the effective annual yield to make sure you are always choosing the best path forward.
And that really brings us to the end. But it's not actually an ending, is it? It's a beginning. This math, it's not just a bunch of numbers on a page, it's a language for talking about your future. And now you have the tools to understand that language, and more importantly, to shape it. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build?